So there are two ways to interact with Shopify. We've created an integration within Routific, so you never even have to leave our Routific app to get your Shopify orders into the system. And then the second way is through the Shopify store. So you can look at your Shopify store and push orders from Shopify to Routific that way. So for this first part, I'm going to show you what the integration looks like on the Routific side. So what you're going to do is go to your company settings in the bottom left. And then here you can see that we have a space for integrations, and you're going to click on Shopify. And you're going to put in your URL of your Shopify store here. So I'm using a test store that we have for Routific. When I click connect, it's going to ask me permission to install the app. So I'm just going to agree to this and say yes, install. And you can see that it's successfully connected. Now, before we start importing orders, I just wanted to walk you through the setup. So first, there's two things here that I want to talk about, but I'll come down to the field mappings first. So field mappings are a way for you to control what kind of Shopify information you want to see in Routific. And so what we've done is we've selected some of the very basic delivery fields that we know people need. For example, the name of your customer, their contact information, their address, super important. There's also a space for time windows, for notes. There's a way to map your order delivery date. So if you have dates assigned to certain orders, you can make sure that they appear in Routific on those dates. And if there are fields that aren't here that we haven't covered, you can scroll down to the bottom and you can actually add a custom field. So you can click this and pull in whatever data you need from Shopify. So that's the field mappings. The second thing I want to show you is this, update orders in Shopify. So we now have a two-way sync that allows us not only to pull information from Shopify, but we can push information back. And so you have two options. Depending on your workflow and how you use your store, you can either choose to simply tag each order in Shopify as delivered, so you know that that has been delivered once that's marked in the mobile app by your driver in Routific. Or you can also have us mark your orders as fulfilled. We're happy to answer questions in the Q&A about like how you want this set up. It really depends on whether you use the fulfillment status in your Shopify store or not. And then you can sort of make that decision on your own of which toggle you want to turn on here. Okay, so let's get down to the fun part. So now that the store has been connected and we've set it up, we're going to go back to my routes for today. And you're going to want to import your Shopify orders. So you can see when you click this blue plus sign, you're going to see the option now to add orders from Shopify. This option actually doesn't appear until you've connected your store. So add orders from Shopify, and you can see that now that I'm connected, it's pulling all of my orders from my Shopify store. And I can select a number of orders for this demo to show you how it might work. And I'm going to create orders. You can see instantly, so I have 3 existing routes here. I've pulled in 6 new orders here, and they've appeared in the not scheduled view. And then if you want to schedule them in, you can actually schedule them into the routes, put them in a new route. You can decide how you want to put them in, but they do appear here. I'm going to click into one of them so you can see what it looks like. So you can see these are the fields that we've mapped, the customer name, the address, phone number, email. Down here, you see the notes that have also been brought over. You can see fulfillment status here. And each Shopify order that's been brought over will be tagged Shopify. So you'll be able to see, sort of distinguish that this order is a Shopify order. This is also visible in your orders view. So if you wanted to, if you were looking for your orders here, you can also see them here as well. Okay, so that is the Shopify integration within Routific. Now we're going to jump over to the Shopify store and show you what that integration looks like. So I'll just switch my tab here. Okay, so everyone should be looking at my Shopify store now. So this probably looks really familiar to you guys. Here are my orders in Shopify. And if you prefer to work in this view, you can use that. So what I would do is also select just a few orders. Maybe I'll do some different ones. So sort of the ones further down here. And I'm going to navigate to the 3 dots right here. So when you say send to Routific, you see that I've selected 5 orders, and it's asking you which workspace to send it to. So I was working in my Vancouver workspace, so I will select that. And when I send to Routific, you can see that it turns green. And when we flip back into Routific, you'll see that the 6 orders that we originally uploaded have now become 11. So there's 5 more orders that we have just put in. And you can go ahead and schedule those orders the way you want them to.